The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
Got that right in my eye.
That's what she said.
I've been trying to be more cautious about cracking the beers open because I've been very sloppy.
Very spilling them on microphones and having problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit happens. Episode 231, What's the Fuss podcast. We took a little break for like a week or two, right?
Good job for remembering. I was like, I have no fucking clue where we are on any shows.
231, episode 231.
It's been, I think, 2 weeks or so.
Couple of weeks, yeah.
We took a nice little hiatus.
We had some stuff to... Hyenas?
Hiatus?
Hyenas.
Is that what you call it?
A hyenas.
A hiatus. I dated a girl with a hiatus. It was weird.
Yeah, it's when the ass crack starts higher.
She always got shit on the back of the seat.
That is so...
that was neither here nor there. This is a ding fart.
Yeah, we took a little break. We had some stuff to do, and we needed to kind of like... Sometimes you just need to reset. We did like... have you guys done mushrooms before?
Nope.
It's like you reset kind of. Like you come... Whenever you're out of the trip... And like a few days have passed and like your serotonin's back.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to get your endorphins and stuff.
You're
back,
kind
right?
of a different person.
Yeah.
Or like ayahuasca, I've never done that either.
No,
I don't even know what that is.
That's way too strong.
What's ayahuasca? What is that?
It's like some type of a root and they make a drink out of it. And then natives in South America actually do like...
You roll your tits off.
Yeah, like you definitely blow up and talk to God, supposedly.
Yeah.
But never done mushrooms. Last time the tree in my front yard was not made of snakes.
Oh.
I was going to say,
ask John Hannon.
That was not a few months ago.
They were happy snakes. They were happy snakes.
And I was not there with him.
Yeah, nope.
Man.
Allegedly.
I used to love me some well, I scared myself real bad with acid. Oh, by the way, my name's Rocky Soka. I'm the host of the show. With me as always my producer John Hannon.
Hey.
And we also have Chris Pete Speisenberg with us.
Hey, also awkwardly.
I forgot to.
Hey.
But yeah, I scared the shit out of myself one time with an acid trip. We had done, I think I've told this story before, but we had done it like a week or two before, and like it was really good. It was a lot of fun, and I really liked it. And I got to hang out in the yard, and everything looked like I was in like 8-bit Mario world, but like in an underwater episode, and it was all dark and cold outside. It was fucking great. So the next, so I was like, why do people do this all the time?
So the music was like, dude, because you were underground.
It was so, well, we started off while we were watching Curious George, and that was how it, so it was really fun. But like,
okay.
So the next weekend, because I was like, why don't people do this every day? So the next weekend, of course, we decided to do it again. And I just took, I didn't take a lot. I took just as much as I did the day before, but I guess that this must have been a much more concentrated, dose because I tripped for 3 fucking days.
No, that's a nightmare. Yes,
it was really bad tripping
Shrooms
too.
Are
it was
mellow,
not good times.
So.
It was
no.
And
Acid's
mushrooms are so good though.
Yeah, mushrooms are chill.
Last time I did mushrooms, I was fucking really rolling, and I was about to rub my nipples off, but it felt like Molly or something. It was like really. There was a lot of visuals, like the kaleidoscope kind of stuff, and and then like there's always that point where like you go out of this world for a minute, and then you come back and you're like, okay, I'm cool.
Oh man, we were.
And then you go
we were like peaking and valleying over and over, and it was like we would be into the trip, and we would be talking. Well, it'd be down, calm, and we'd be talking and totally normal and lucid and having a normal conversation. And then all of a sudden
you're riding a different wave.
we just both shut the fuck up and just like stare around for a second, and then we'd come back and I'd be like, were you watching that Tree of Snakes too? And we'd both be seeing similar weird shit. It was very weird. But we both ebbed and flowed in the same 5-minute span.
I love that when you're riding the same wave as people. That's so awesome.
We'd come down and I'd be like, John, we could do an awesome podcast like this. I could talk about anything. No. And in the middle of that sentence, I'm like,
I would
just staring off into nothing. I was like, this would be a horrible podcast.
No.
I don't know how people keep it together. Like my friends always want to go on adventures. They always want to walk around and shit. That is really hard for me to do.
Only in nature and not around people.
Like I get scared because I literally leave like the planet. I wouldn't be responsible for my actions. I'm always like afraid that I'm tripping my fucking dick off. Like like my friends wanted to go last time that we did it, and I was like, dude, I'm afraid to get caught by the cops. We were in kind of a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, how do you deal with the cops?
Could you imagine getting arrested on mushrooms?
No fucking way, dude.
Dude,
I did narrowly avoid an arrest at 16 on acid, hardcore acid.
Oh, Jesus, that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
We got pulled over at 2 a.m. and we were on our way to my house, and I lived like 20 minutes away from the area of town we were in. And yeah, we got pulled over. I wasn't out driving, but everybody in the car was tripping hard. And I just remember we're riding around, we're like fucking windows down, blasting the music and shit, all tripping hard as fuck. And then boom, we see a cop do a U-turn, and everybody but we had enough time to go over a hill and around a curve, and everybody in the car dumped everything they had on them. So we pitched everything out the windows and got pulled over, and I'm just sitting in the back right behind the driver, and I'm just sitting there staring down into the floor. Yeah, just fucking like tripping and shit and freaking out. And like, thank God I don't have to deal with any of this.
I'm smiling and I can't help it.
They go, where are you guys going? And one of my friends says, to Coleman's house. And they're like, he puts his flashlight on me and says, is that right, sir? And I'm just like, I had no clue. I'm just staring into the floor. Oh, God. And there's a flashlight on me, and a cop's waiting on my response. And finally, my friend like elbows me, and he's like, right, Coleman? And I'm like, yeah, my house. And I just look. All I remember is a light, like this fucking light in front of me right now. Wow. I didn't see the cop at all, just the light. And I just said, yeah. And he goes, okay, well, can I call your mom and verify that she knows you guys? Yeah, and my mom had no fucking clue, but my mom's cool as shit. She answered the phone, rolled with the punches. We got there, and she was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why were you coming here? And we were like, we really weren't coming here, but we told him that we were, and we were lucky that we did, and my mom saved the day.
So fortunate.
Fuck yeah, dude. I could not imagine, like, because you go in and out, like I said, and every once in a while, like, you kind of come back to reality, and you're the peaks and valleys, and then you'd be like in jail, and then you'd be tripping your fucking dick off, possibly get your ass beat. Could you imagine get your ass beat on mushrooms?
No fucking way, dude.
And like, what if you were really having visuals? Yeah. You're having visuals and shit. You can't even stand upright or whatever.
Punching me with snakes, bro. Stop punching me with those snakes,
man.
You get hit, and it's like the Pillsbury Doughboy poke. And you're like, oh.
I remember, so I got arrested one time.
Me with snakes. He must have trained a Cobra Kai.
I was super wasted one time, and I was waking up. Every couple hours I'd wake up in jail, and I'd be like, "What? What the fuck?"
So you had several "Where am I" moments?
Yeah,
you kept waking up and
so,
that's a nightmare, dude.
Oh, dude,
that's like
really
Groundhog Day of prison.
I fucking really. I passed out in the fucking car, in the police car. So they took me to this little tiny Winter Park one before taking me to 33rd. So I passed out in the car there, and then I passed out in the car on the way to 33rd, and then at some point in like booking or whatever, I passed out, and then I had to sit in this like little downstairs part where before you go into Gen Pop, and that was fucking horrible. So I woke up one time there, and then I woke up like upstairs. I was in this bed with like blanket. That was a little bit better. And then,
oh my God, one of these times I'm going to wake up and be free. Or at least in an alternate reality.
Yeah, my friends already
I'm
like
Pickle Rock.
My friends had already tried to like get my bail made and shit. It was fucking. It was.
It's
really
like
cool.
It's like that slingshot ride, like where people like go up in it, but the camera's on you, so they pass out, come to, and then they pass out,
and then they wake up and they're going back up again. It's their fucking nightmare never ends.
Oh, dude, have you seen the one with the little fat kid like almost falls out or whatever, and he's hanging by his fucking neck by the seatbelt?
No,
dude,
yeah. No, that's scary.
It's terrifying, and I feel really bad for him. And what's funny is the person next to him, I'm guessing it's his mom, has no idea, and she's laughing so hard while he's literally about to die.
Yeah, like his neck fat is the only thing holding him in that harness.
He had a fucking John Goodman neck that folded over the seatbelt, and that was the only thing that kept him there.
Old John Goodman,
but
current John
if
Goodman.
that thing would have choked him out, like stopped his air supply, he would have gone limp and fallen right out of that thing and been flown across I-4 or I-Drive
was it
or whatever.
Here?
I don't know. I mean, that's...
I was going to say that's scary because I've ridden, not the one on I-Drive, but in Daytona I've ridden, which is even scarier. Daytona Slingshot. It's more than just a ride.
We were gonna do it,
it's
but
also something you get at the strip club down the street.
Yeah, we were gonna do it, but it just looks so fucking
Daytona
sketchy.
Slingshot. Smells
anything in Daytona is sketchy.
Smells like a brown eye. Yeah, absolutely.
Daytona's just a sketchy ass place. I kind of like it. Ormond Beach is kind of cool. But I'm a New Smyrna guy for sure. Do you guys want to get some stories?
Yeah, you got some stories? What you got?
I do. I have a couple of them.
Bring it.
I'm nice and comfortable. I'm in my PJs. I'm chilling.
John is in his PJs. Actually, I'm in my PJs too. This is what I swim in. Swimming? This is what I swim in because they are swim trunks, but this is also what I sleep in.
I sleep underwater.
I do. I'm amphibious.
Dun it.
I want to show off these
I'm a Leviathan.
PJs. for the YouTube. Because are we doing only video now?
Yeah.
What is the deal with that?
We're gonna do video.
Okay.
This pretty much is going up on Facebook and YouTube anymore. So we have one story that Coleman actually just brought to me. It's about a guy burning his dick with some Starbucks, or we could talk about Joe Rogan's little issue. What would you guys like to do?
Let's do both. Fuck it. Right?
Okay.
We got time.
Here, we'll start with the Starbucks one.
Okay.
So this was back in 2008. I haven't read the entire article. Actually, I didn't read any of the article.
2018.
Not 2008. 2018.
Fresh off the 12-year-old presses.
He spent 11 days in the hospital after burning his dick with a hot cup of tea from Starbucks.
First mistake: don't buy tea at Starbucks.
Yeah, really. And I'm assuming there's some kind of sugary stuff in there, and that stuff when boiling is like that'll like take your skin off kind of shit. And I guess he dumped this right on his dick.
Yeah, he said that it hit the windowsill when they were handing it to him. I don't know if it was like his actual window or the windowsill of the drive-thru. I'm not sure, but yeah, it tipped out of the person's hand and dumped right. He had his hands out to get it. It hit his hands and then all over.
I'm guessing he was in the drive-thru.
Yep.
Oh man,
they were handing it down to him, and it tipped.
You know what's funny is one time. So when I lived in Castleberry, we had given a bunch of the my roommate's cat had kitties, and we gave them to the Starbucks girls across the street because he was dating one of them, and so a couple of them got them. So we got free Starbucks forever because we gave them kittens. And so I would go in there almost every, whenever I had time, and I would go over there and steal the internet and do my homework. I was in college, and I remember going in there one time, and a dude, and I guess he does this all the time, he went through the drive-thru, and he's absolutely butt naked, and he's got his dick like up on his lap so you could see it.
Weird.
And so I just wish that was the guy that fucking got
right, because this guy at least had the protection of whatever pants he had on covering his dick. But yeah, your guy, that's fucking balls out.
Well, so they got to a point where they had a camera out there, and so they could see him coming. So they'd always have like a dude go up to.
That's exactly what he wanted, for them to see him coming.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Ding. That's a good one, though.
Get that one in.
But yeah, he was trying to make these young girls like look at his fucking dick, which is awful.
People get too comfortable at Starbucks. Like some people treat it like it's a lounge, and they're there for hours. And
dude,
they take their shoes off.
I was one of those guys. I'd have Kahlua in my backpack, and I would just get a coffee, and I'd sit there. I would sit there on my laptop doing my homework or whatever, writing my stuff, because sometimes like it was just. First of all, my house was crazy when I was in college.
Unbuckles his pants.
Yeah, unbuckle the pants, keep the dick out.
Gets all
lean back.
Just get that dick out. Yep, sprinkle some sugar on it. Pumpkin spice. So yeah, but you'd see people up there like that fucking pretty much live there. Like some people, and then. You could see the guy that just wanted to be seen at Starbucks, and then selfie girl, and like there was this moment where it was just really cool to hang out. I'm sure it's.
I feel like as bad as it is at Starbucks, it's probably as bad or worse at some of like the mom and pop spots, because I like going to like cool coffee spots or like finding good coffee around town.
I don't like coffee
I've been to some of the like more hipstery ones. Like John and I have recorded some shows there, and we've been there a handful of times to hang out.
Oh yeah.
Craft and Common downtown. There's one right around the corner also called, or Lineage is a big one. We've been to a handful of these.
Foxtail's good.
Foxtail is terrible. I don't support them.
Okay.
That's a long story, but yeah.
Is
anyway,
that the one that doesn't have straws?
A lot. I don't remember who has and doesn't, but I see it a lot. Just people with there, and it's always like hipster folks that you would see like, oh, this guy's writing a screenplay or something. But they're in Orlando, so I don't really know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. But they got their laptop and they're like settled the fuck.
Yeah,
in.
that's been happening forever. People hang out at coffee shops and jazz shops.
I got it for a while when you didn't have Wi-Fi in your home at like everybody in the world.
Yeah.
But now everybody in the world has Wi-Fi, and it's like,
well, when we were in California, which was last October. Damn, I can't believe it's been a fucking year already. We went to California and then Vegas, and we would go to all these different pod shops, and some of them were kind of like that. People would just hang out forever. You could tell they were stoned out of their gourd, and they'd be sitting there reading or whatever, like it's a fucking library. Like they weren't even looking at weed or anything. They were just high in the store.
Those are the people that, there's no rhyme or reason to the way they live their life.
They just have a day off.
Yeah, it's 90 degrees in Florida. Why are you wearing a fur beanie?
Dude,
what are you doing?
I used to be that kid when I was a skateboarder.
It's the same people. It's also the guy in the coffee shop with his laptop out. God damn it, his skinny jeans
it's hot
and
as
his Toms. Yeah, I don't
There's
get
no
it.
getting answers from those types of people.
It has been hot.
You know who you are.
Really. It stormed like a motherfucker here in Orlando today, but it's also been hot. Like it's so hot in the I hate that. When you go outside, when I was a construction worker, the worst thing that could happen at the beginning of my day is I'd walk outside, it'd be 4:30 in the morning, I had to drive all the way out to somewhere to fucking work my ass off, and it would be hot in the morning.
Yeah, before the sun's even up, it's just the humidity.
It should be nice in the morning.
The worst thing ever is literally, it's the Orlando welcome, I feel like, is walking out of the airport. in Orlando, coming from anywhere, and just like, oh,
it's like someone burped in your face.
It's like they burped a hot blanket on you, dude. It's a really hot, wet blanket right in your face.
You see all the time there in Orlando. I know what you're talking about in the arriving flights, and you'll see people like backed up to a certain point, like in front of the doors, because those doors will open and that hot air
the hot blanket starts coming in, and then it shows. Yeah, so you want to keep a good 10-foot distance. Pre-COVID,
like you're walking into a bathroom where the shower's been running on boiling hot water for 30 minutes, and it's just steamy and humid and sticky.
AKA Florida.
Yeah, welcome to it. If you can handle that, then you're fine.
Come on vacation, leave on probation.
Yeah, I like that morning, like crisp air. That air that's like when there's a little bit of bite to it.
Yeah, but there's not that.
No, not here.
Man, I like it when you just have to wear like a hoodie. Like it's just cold enough to wear a hoodie, and then maybe at the end of the day you'll have to take it off or something like that. But like I love that. That's what I used to call skateboarding weather.
What do you do with your hoodie when you take it off? Do you tie it around your waist?
No.
Wear it like a cape?
Ew.
What do you do?
Throw it in the back of the car.
What? Oh, okay, so the car's not there. You're walking.
I'm taking it off.
Ugh. I think I would
what's
just
the big
carry
tying
it
around your waist.
My daughter does that. That's back in style now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? I hate it. I don't know.
Well, I used to do it all the time.
I've just before put the hood on my head and then had the jacket off.
And you're making fun of the people that tie it around their waist. You look like a weirdo.
That's like the cape way. Yeah.
I guess it is capey. It's a little capey. I don't care. If you I don't care. It's my way. Fuck you guys. I don't need your judgment. I like fur hats in coffee shops.
Dude, I've seen a lot of those like fashion faux pas, if you will, at Disney, and I've also seen the guy that gets his shirt, keeps his arms through, and then pulls the shirt over the head.
Guy does that?
Guys, and then they'll just have their titties out, and they're like, "Oh, dude, I've seen it. I've seen so much weird shit at Disney."
Is those stupid ears.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know you hate me for that, and we're probably going to catch flack from some bitch who's not in the group anymore. But
that always happens.
Yeah, Gara. Let's I feel like Disney is nothing but faux pas.
I don't like Disney that much. I guess it was because I was raised on a few Disney movies. Aladdin I really liked.
Aladdin's great. Aladdin was great.
But I was a Nickelodeon kid for sure.
Agreed.
No, and for me, like with Disney, like even like their movies, I liked Pixar because like it was like the original Disney movies.
There wasn't no Pixar when I was a kid.
Like those directors like Katzenberg and they kind of moved over and started on like I don't know.
Pixar movies are it's a whole different thing. The Disney ones, I think the reason everybody likes Disney, and I mean it's got to be, is it reminds you of childhood. You can enjoy it with your kid, or you can be single and still just be like, you know what? I fucking liked Cinderella growing up. You know, what do you want?
Yeah. I mean, I get that it's nostalgic for people and stuff, but like, I don't know. I watched a bunch of that stuff growing up, and like, I don't know. I never had the Disney switch flip. Like, I appreciated the ones that I liked. Little Mermaid, I liked when I was a kid. Aladdin, you know, like
I liked
there
Aladdin
are certain ones. I even saw Beauty and the Beast, I think, as a kid.
Universal
and it was
Studios
good, but
is
it's
so
like
much better.
I don't go crazy over it. And like to John's note about Pixar, I feel like, the Disney stuff you can watch with your kids, but the Pixar stuff has more nods to adults in it. It'll have like little adult jokes that maybe the kids don't get, but you as an adult
Disney
are like,
will too, though. Disney does every once in a while.
Do they do that now?
Yeah, because Pixar is like your Toy Story, you know, and your Shrek and stuff.
Oh my God. I was going through Target yesterday, or was it this morning? I was in Target this morning, and there's an actual Forky toy.
Oh my God.
There's a Forky toy.
A fucking spork with shit glued to it?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. See, I thought that was a cheap character. I think it's an even cheaper fucking money grab.
When I looked at it, I like...
For one, it's not a toy. The fucking thing is called Toy Story, not Trash Glued Together Story.
You didn't obviously see the movie.
Who buys that?
I didn't.
They talked about that. As soon as the kid starts playing with you, as soon as the kid starts playing with you, you are a toy. That's how it goes.
So you're trying to tell me Jared from Subway is a toy?
Oh wow.
Oh
wow. He had his wiener out in front of kids, or wanted to. He never actually did anything. He just really wanted to, right?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, that was weird.
But he went down. You never heard from that guy again. He did jail time. I think he had some child porn on his computer.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it was. Yeah, you can't have that. Do you know that Tom Segura was almost like Jared in like the commercials? He was almost Jared's brother.
They were going to do a Jared's brother campaign?
So he actually
Jared's baby brother.
He actually filmed them. They just didn't really go anywhere. So he was Jared's loser fat brother.
No way.
I swear to God.
They were going to do that type campaign? Like, look at my loser fat brother who eats Burger King all day.
I think so.
And I'm Jared. I eat Subway and touch children.
Tom Segura actually filmed this stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of this was actually filmed. It just didn't go anywhere. And he was the comic relief, if you will. I mean, he is a comic, but he was the like make fun of, and then he would he was getting skinnier on Subway or something. I don't know.
But Jared's just like, this is my brother Tom. He has morals, but I don't. Eat at Subway. It's
I
fresh.
like to call him Tiny Tom Tickles. Get you.
Wow.
Gross.
How much time we got there, John? Where's our time at?
6 to 7 minutes.
All right, and then we'll go to break after that. All right, so we
maybe
have
get into something a little crazy, but not too crazy. But like,
you got something crazy?
Right,
but
you got something.
Not too brief, but just long enough. Hit that sweet spot.
Well,
that
I'll just be
Goldilocks.
here biding my time. You got anything political?
No. It's not political. But we do have this weird video. So this guy has a dash cam. He's got it pointing outside of his car and inside of his car towards him and his buddy. So this dude behind him, the gentleman and his friend are in what looks to be like a pickup truck or something. Yeah, it's got to be a pickup truck here. And they're driving, and there's this like Mercedes type Porsche, something like that. I can't see it from the video. It's a little grainy on the outside. But this dude's up their ass, even hits the back of the truck, drives around him and points a gun at him. Well, the dude in the truck pulls his gun out of his waistband and starts shooting through his window at the guy. And he was totally within his rights to do that. If someone pulls a gun at you and he's got him on film, the whole thing's filmed. The dude points the gun out the window, and the dude, he shot straight through his window. His friend starts freaking out and like hiding.
So like he draws it's on the passenger side, so he draws the gun over his friend's in front of his friend, or it's out of his side.
So they're driving in the truck, right. And the gentleman behind him hits him, and then passes them on the right.
Yep.
And as he's pointing a gun at them,
right,
and so
from the passenger side.
From the passenger side. So
and the driver
pulls out his gun,
right,
and actually shoots the guy through his window. There's film of all of this. It's up on What's the Fuss on the Facebook page. And it's really, really interesting.
If somebody points a gun at you on the highway,
absolutely.
Your next assumption is they're going to fucking shoot you with that gun,
then you blink one more time and they're shooting.
Right.
So, yep. And the dude's finger was on the trigger and everything. And this guy
did he hit the guy?
I'm not sure. He pulled over immediately. The other car kept going, so I'm sure that he was fine. But the gentleman, from what I understand, I can click on it right here. But I don't think this guy was charged with anything. I think he was in the right. Don't allow this. What are you doing? But yeah, I'm pretty sure, dude. It is really, really, it's crazy footage. That's a wild story. Facebook.
Remember when we went shooting recently, Rocky, and we were talking about how fucking loud it was, and you were like, "Can you imagine in a cab of a car?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my god, you'd be fucking deaf for a week, bro."
The ringing that would come with that.
So loud.
We have when we go shooting, we have like ear protection, not like it's noise,
like good cans,
yeah, and so we go in there and there's a lot of like last time we even, we were wearing masks and everything, and it was like there's a lot of protection, eye safety, all this stuff like that. I couldn't imagine just going because they're not even listening to the radio. They're just talking about stuff, and this crazy guy's around him.
Yeah.
And then shooting like in that small of a contained place. Right. I mean, I'm sure it was just, his friend was scared.
So Rush Limbaugh wasn't playing in the background?
No. This is a black guy in what looks to be like a Spanish or, Hispanic, maybe Muslim, something like that.
Literally, where people
maybe
get the
Muslim,
the biggest.
I know, I got you.
The biggest balls on people come
they're blurred out. Yeah,
when they're driving a car.
Yeah,
it's the old rage.
Always
the old rage of the road.
Like the Grinch's heart. Everybody's balls grows 3 times bigger.
I was driven off the road a few days ago, and it was super scary. I was.
Did you hit him when you shot at him, or
no? I didn't. Dude, I
popped his tires.
I don't even want to talk about it. But I was. Wow. My first thing was because it was these fucking. They were losers, man. Because like we had to like stop and everything because like they got into there was a lane that was going straight. They got out to turn, and then they tried to like. They figured out the last minute that they didn't need to turn and they needed it. So they just tried to go straight on my lane. And like, I was already going.
Right.
And they were like driving straight into me. And dude, it was really fucking scary. And then, so we all kind of stopped. It was like a really fucking crazy thing. And then I thought they were going to like try some shit. And the first thing that I thought, it was like, I have to get my gun out. I have to get the magazine. I have to put it in because you have to have 3 steps. And I'm like, fuck, man, this is a real hassle. I was like, I can't wait for my concealed weapon.
So wherever this shooting occurred, they don't have that 3-step process?
No, this is in Orlando, Florida. So he's obviously...
This was in Orlando?
Yeah, he's allowed to carry. Because he's just got it on him and it's ready to fly.
That's meaning he's got
carry. Not open carry. That's a different thing.
Concealed carry.
Concealed carry. Gotcha. He had it on his what's called Wait, what is that? 3 o'clock? Yeah, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
6 o'clock would be your butt ass, as I know it.
Six would be your butt.
12 is right at the dick. You don't want your gun.
And then it looks like he's carrying it like, I forget the actual name for it. People call it Mexican, and there's another actual name for it. But he doesn't have it looks like a holster or anything. He's just got straight up gun pointed at D in his waistband. Wow. And then he pulls that motherfucker out.
Was this on like I-4? Does it say?
I think this was on a toll road.
Crazy.
I
had no idea it was Orlando.
This was in Orange County, Florida.
Wow.
No, the road rage is so real sometimes. I mean, you got to start driving with the people that I drive with. I was on the way, kind of making my way to this side of town so we could do the show and everything, and I was at a red light, and somebody offered to sell me a THC cartridge. They were like, "You want to buy a Rove cart?" I was like, no.
Sure.
I don't have drugs from strangers. I've already done that before, and it never works out well.
Yeah. Right? I was like, no. I was like, I don't have any cash on me anyway. Otherwise, maybe I would.
I take card.
Yep.
That's the new thing. Homeless people do have cards on their cell phones.
I got Square.
Yeah, there was I saw a video on it. I guess this homeless guy, his family or something, is paying for his phone to keep in touch with him or whatever, which I've seen before. And they've actually got a thing where they can happily swipe your card.
Yeah, but nice. I didn't hear about this.
Pretty crazy,
this
man.
Movie high speed shooting chase,
right?
It's some GTA shit happening right here.
Mission Impossible.
His friend's like, chill, and so the guy did pull over immediately. He reported this incident to the cops. This is in Orange County, Florida,
and now he's got he's protected under. What's protecting himself? What do you call it? Self-defense.
You're absolutely allowed to.
What do you call that? There's words for protecting yourself.
If someone's trying to kill you, you can kill them first here in Florida, and you have no obligation to run or anything like that. I see you, John. And but this guy was driving super aggressively. He actually hit their vehicle, pointed a gun at them first.
Yeah, that's scary, dude. That's a scary scenario,
dude.
A scenario, if you will.
Dude, I couldn't believe that.
Nice,
little ding.
Nice.
Polo ding ding.
Real fucking nice.
With that, we'll get to we'll do a little break. We'll maybe play some 6ix9ine Fingers or some super villains or something like that, and then we will be back. We have a bunch of good news stories. I was saving the best for last, so we'll be back in just a little bit.
Maybe I just tried too hard this time. Don't really know if I can make it up. To save it. To save
I like the fart thing. I like it.
This
that was a funny one. It was like
awesome.
all over the place.
I don't know if it's catching on or not. Nobody said anything. The only thing that we did get is like people did notice that we took a little week off, but I guess they didn't see that we posted a thingy about it.
No.
Yeah.
Which I like the new logo. It's very simple. I love it.
Yeah, I was screwing around and just kind of came up with that one, and I'll put it up on the Instagram. Check out the Instagram. I like Instagram like more than Facebook now.
Me too.
Facebook is
it's a wasteland of shit. I'm trying to step away from it.
I'm pretty much only interested in memes. Like that's the only thing I like about Facebook is funny things.
Right.
And people
of course, with Rocky, it's all me.
Me.
Memes.
I've seen
me,
people go, have you seen those memes?
Yeah, memes.
Me.
Well, I can't fucking say anything. I remember the first time I said Sinead O'Connor out loud, I said Sinead.
Sinead, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was
funny,
a fucking little kid.
Right.
I mean, not a little kid, but I was like, stupid. But
so last week.
Yes, I remember. I was in the truck with my boss at the time, and we were surveying in the woods, and I was like, we were listening to Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, and they do a Sinead O'Connor song, and they were
like, what is it? Nothing Compares to You. They cover that.
Yes, it's really good.
They do
too.
A great cover of it.
It's really good, and also, so man, I really wish that I had this guy's information right now. There's this dude, this metal guy named Leo something, and he does heavy metal covers of like everything.
Oh, that's your favorite guy on YouTube for a while.
Dude,
he has a weird last name.
He's really
you guys keep talking about it.
Leo M something. Anyways, he's got really great videos, and he does stuff with like his daughter and his little band there, whatever, and it's fucking awesome. I love anybody that does a West Virginia Mountain Mama.
A metal West Virginia cover. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
You're after my heart. You are after my heart. All right, so we have a couple of things to go around on. A lot of stuff has happened over the
Leo Moraccioli.
Is that
Cioli maybe?
Moraccioli?
Yeah, Moraccioli I believe is probably how it's
something
pronounced.
like that.
He's got
great.
In the Air Tonight. He's got a new one out, folks. WAP metal cover.
Oh wow!
Oh boy!
Wow,
his Gorillaz cover is awesome. He's in a bunny suit running around the mall.
Okay,
from
cool.
the top, make it drop.
He's got.
I've actually never heard the song.
She drives me.
I only
crazy.
heard that part.
She drives me crazy. Ooh. Ooh, Fine Young Cannibals. He covers that. Yeah.
I can't
anyway, I like that guy. I wanted to look him up because I remember you put me onto him before.
He's
and
fucking
I was like,
awesome.
Wow, all of his stuff is good. His covers are
He
good.
does really good stuff. Yeah, he's I don't know, and he's fucking hilarious. You can tell it's all DIY. All right, so like I said, a lot of things have happened over the last little bit. Do you guys want to?
You were saying something about Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
you teased Joe Rogan.
Spotify.
Don't do that. He'll beat you up.
We can do that story right now. So basically, all right. So Joe Rogan's made like $100 million deal with Spotify.
Right.
Because
minimally. That was before any other bonuses and merch and all that, whatever. Right.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And
well, it's for a long time. It's been on YouTube primarily, and you can find it on other apps and stuff like that. Of course, you can find the Joe Rogan podcast, just like you can find most podcasts almost anywhere, except for us, pretty much just on YouTube and Facebook.
We're actually
it's because we're not a podcast anymore. We're a web Cast?
Is it?
Something?
Is that what we are?
Facecast?
Yeah. Anyway, so he was on YouTube for the longest time, and he went over to Spotify, and he's got this brand new place in Austin, Texas. The fucking studio looks awesome.
He's got a whole new home, and so he's recording in Austin?
$14 million mansion in Texas.
Oh, so he lives there now and records out of
everybody,
there. Get the fuck out of here.
Everybody moved from Colorado to Texas. This whole group. Brian Callen, Brennan Shaw.
I didn't even know he was in Colorado. I figured he was in L.A.
No, he was in L.A.
I don't listen to the show. So
he was in L.A. and now he's in Texas. I actually have a hard time listening to it sometimes. Unless it's somebody that I like is on the show.
And it's hard for me to dedicate 4 hours to anything, like it or not.
But like, I can't if I'm not into the guest, I can't listen to it.
Right.
And even sometimes when a guest I love Tom DeLonge, but he spent the entire time talking about aliens, and fucking Joe had to cut it short. Like,
yeah, I mean,
the guest does make everything.
Yeah, just rambles. You got to cut it to short.
What?
Who? Huh? Rocky is out of breath.
Yes, I am. It's fucking hot in here. It's almost as hot as it is outside. It was so fucking cool. During the break, we had Coleman talking to bats. That was fucking awesome.
It was cool, right? Yeah.
That was super
So there's
cool.
a bunch of bats flying over the lake back here, and I just was like, I was trying to make bat sounds with my mouth, and I was like, I don't think this is cutting it. So I was like, I guarantee you, if I just YouTube bat sounds, the first thing that pulled up was a still image of a giant ugly bat, and it was like 5 minutes straight video of just bat noises,
and it confused the shit out of the bats.
I think
outside.
They were kind of coming closer. They were grouping up.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I felt like I was controlling the bats.
Yeah, there was like 7 or 8 of them now.
So Christian Bale.
I thought they were going to like land on your shoulder or something.
One did hit me. One time I was out there talking on the phone, and one hit me and touched me, and I fucking Ace Ventura'd, and I flipped out like fucking Chicago was happening. Or whatever.
Yeah, I was standing back watching Coleman.
Quincy Georgia.
Well, watching the bats get closer to Coleman, I stood back, and there was like a moth on the screen. I freaked the fuck out.
It's like, quickly, Dwight, grab a trash bag so we can put it over Rocky's head.
Yeah,
I get freaked out about bugs too. I don't know why. I'm not weird with like most animals, but like for some reason bugs I don't like. One time a scorpion fell out of a tree and went straight down into my shirt.
No, that's scary. Dude.
Yeah, it was scary as shit.
It's scarier than a beetle. Like a beetle's not going to hurt you. A scorpion.
See, hell no. And then when you come back from break, then we have to explain to everybody, hey guys, there won't be a second half of the show. We got to go to the hospital. One of us got rabies.
Rocky's been attacked by a scorpion.
If anybody's going to get attacked, it's going to be me.
Winds of change.
So many things have almost happened to me right outside that door.
Dude, when I went out there, I just felt some type of way, and I was like, I should probably. And I looked up as I went through the doorway.
Wild out there.
Yeah, and it always falls from the sky.
Rocky was telling me about the otters.
Yeah, there's otters out there
supposedly, there's otters.
There is otters for sure.
Otters are cool, but they're also fucking.
They're dickheads.
They're dickheads if you do not like get near them, but watch them from afar and they're cute.
Yeah, they're super cute. Well, anyways, speaking of super cute, Joe Rogan. So he did the Spotify deal, and a lot
Dangerous
of people
up close. Just like otters.
When they moved all his shit over to Spotify from YouTube, they moved all his episodes. They left out quite a few, and it was all controversial figures, mainly on the right wing: Milo Yiannopoulos, Gavin McInnes, and Joe. Who's the fucking crazy guy? Alex Jones.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, those episodes didn't make it. So yeah, gay frogs.
Flora.
It was so funny. I saw a meme that was like, he's been telling us about pedophile elitists for years, and you didn't believe him, and now look at the motherfucker. He's right. It's very weird when Alex Jones is right.
It's been his delivery. If he wasn't yelling about it,
yeah,
and then being like, "I'm sorry."
You can say anything.
I was really worked up.
You can say something true, and I won't believe you because you're so weird.
Right. He's got
and
a
that's kind
history of being over the top.
But I like my Alex Jones.
He's the crazy that cried crazy.
But
just say calmly, frogs are gay.
They are gay.
Then it sounds normal.
You know what's funny is that actually turned out to be. So what he meant was togs were they were turning asexual.
Not asexual, but whatever it is where you
can mate by yourself.
Exactly. Right.
Male and female at the same time. I don't know. Kind of like me. But yeah. So a lot of episodes didn't make it over to Spotify, and they called it a glitch. But it was so specific to people that didn't come over. So a lot of people were weirded out about that. But then a lot of people got mad because they didn't censor enough. They actually they promised that they weren't going to censor him with anything that he said or did or whatever, or any of the shows, and then they did. And then after that, so of course he didn't cave to the people that wanted to censor him, because I think he pretty much knows you never cave to these people because it will never make them happy.
Well, because my thing is, why would you want to sign Joe Rogan in the first place if you didn't like everything he was doing already?
Yeah.
But you want to make changes. But
I remember
he
released he did a press release when it signed and was like, I won't be pretty much changing anything.
Yeah.
Everything will be available, just be available through there. The old stuff will still be available where it's at, but nothing recorded after whatever September date it will be available anywhere but Spotify. But I thought it was going to be no changes to the show, other than anything he decided on his own.
So what happened was, like, he said it, he talked about it a long time ago. They apparently came to him, and then he said no, and of course they were like, okay, what can we do to make this happen? And I guess $100 million is what he needed.
So he's going to censor his show now.
I don't know. They're censoring it for him, and it's actually turning into a really big lawsuit. And so after the people got up his ass because he says dirty words and he has controversial guests, but really he just has them on from the left and the right, and people don't like that he has them on from the right, so they were kind of going crazy on him and saying, we're going to boycott and all this other stuff. Well, now the employees of Spotify threaten to strike if Spotify doesn't censor his podcast.
Joe, come on. I know Joe Rogan can say a lot worse.
He's sold
and
the
all Spotify employees are in because
right? They're really mad.
Want him to be censored.
Basically, yeah. He has. It says right here during his multi-hour discussions, he has a lot of just controversial people on or whatever.
Well, and he talks controversial things, like he promotes drug use, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like but like obviously smart drug use within moderation and stuff.
He's way into it too.
He is controversial, but I don't find him to be that. I don't know.
No, but people say way crazier things.
And also when somebody does come on his show and say controversial things, he will 100% call them out. Like there's been a few times where I forget exactly what it was. Okay, so the guys from Twitter came on and he totally let them lie. He also had Tim Pool on that episode who read him the riot act, as far as I'm concerned, the guys from Twitter. And then during the Alex Jones interview where he had a few other people on, like Alex Jones even said, like, I'm retarded during the interview. Joe was making fun of him. There was another one a long time ago where he pretty much said, like, to Joe, like, when you say stuff like that, you lose a lot of people,
Yeah, you alienate folks.
Yeah, and I think he even said, like, they had Gavin McInnes on, who is kind of famous for he's the starter guy of the Proud Boys. He was he founded Vice and then got kicked out.
Oh really? I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, he used to be a super cool guy, and he's really crazy now. He's super right wing to the point of like can't even make sense of it. Well,
that's what I appreciate about Rogan is he gives everybody the platform.
Yeah. Well, not everybody
agree
thinks
or disagree
like that. People think that you give. They say that. They call Alex Jones a Nazi. He's obviously not a Nazi.
He's a crazy person.
He's delusional as fuck, but he's not a Nazi.
Right.
He's crazy. He's certainly a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
And a whack job. But maybe he's just faking it to make money. That's what Joe said.
Maybe it's a character.
But he called him out, and he called out Milo. When Milo said something stupid, he was like, yeah, I don't agree with that at all. And then he disagreed with Steven Crowder in a famous interview about weed, which actually, that was a weird one.
And then he famously got Elon Musk high.
He did get Elon Musk high.
Yeah, the guy, again, maybe to the mainstream middle America, he can be controversial, but I feel like a lot of his views are more gaining popularity. This guy was for medical marijuana long before the fucking mainstream anything was, and it was being voted into anywhere. And look at what the world's come to. So maybe he's just a little ahead of the curve. Anything.
He's extremely mainstream, but it's a different argument with Joe Rogan as it is for Alex Jones. Like we're sitting here talking about Alex Jones.
These are two way different people.
Yeah, I don't know if he's faking it or not. Blah blah blah. Like Joe Rogan's like himself through and through.
Joe. Right.
He's himself through and through. So I respect that approach. And whatever he can get in terms of
what do you
his
think
income.
Spotify should do now that seriously, what's the next move for both of them?
To
Obviously,
leave
this
his
isn't going
show
to work
alone,
out.
and it depends on what's inked on the contracts. Right? Did it say that in the contracts?
What if the employees strike and they won't come to work?
Well, then you got to hope for scabs, man. I don't know because and that's I'm sure some union shit involved there too. I honestly I don't have the answer, but I agree with Joe Rogan not wanting his show to be censored.
Are they bullying Spotify into doing what they want?
Yeah, it sounds like, but I don't understand why the employees are so in an uproar. That's so.
I don't understand
they don't
that
like
either.
Joe Rogan.
I don't understand that either.
Weird.
Yeah.
And they just waited until they got his show. They waited until his show. Like we all knew his show was coming to your company. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they've been talking about this forever.
Had to have known about it for much longer than we did, and now you wait until it gets there to start. A kerfuffle,
right? They want to
kerfuffle.
Spotify employees want to unify when
when I just want a Spotify.
Opinions way more negatively approached and are like worse opinions or they even spread hate and negativity and stuff like that.
Right.
Those opinions are all over the Spotify the Spotify platform.
This is what the Spotify
Joe Rogan a problem.
This is what the Spotify employees are saying. Spotify employees were demanding direct editorial oversight over the recently acquired Joe Rogan Experience podcast. That would include the ability to direct edit or remove sections of upcoming interviews, or block the uploading of episode deemed problematic. The employees also demanded the ability to add trigger warnings, corrections, and references to fact-checked articles on topics discussed by Rogan in the course of his multi-hour podcast.
This is exactly an affront to what he claimed when he released any news about this happening. Absolutely. He said would not happen.
Because
good. I fight him tooth and nail. Like,
imagine he could sue the piss out of him.
I'm sure he can for breach of contract.
He already got $100 million.
Because they can edit that.
Joe Rogan's a big enough entity. This is a big enough deal that it will
should have done this in the first place, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but he can't accept that because Spotify having that much control means that they can start to create a narrative through his podcast to make him look like an idiot.
Right, absolutely.
And you don't want that.
They have all full edit capabilities now and correction ability, and no, fuck that.
Yeah,
dude. His show is his show. I mean, how would you feel? You know what I mean? Like even if it was for $100 million, I'm sure you'd take it and you'd be like, effing.
We had a silent sponsor. We had a silent sponsor. This is a long time ago. This is back in the I think maybe Etchy and Rye days. And we had a sponsor who really liked the show and wanted to give us money and all this other stuff and have their name kind of plastered on some stuff with us. Cool. They were going to make us some signs and some T-shirts and stuff. It was really cool. And they were like, well, just one thing. You guys can't see any he already started saying like, well, we don't like the political stuff. You kind of alienate this and that or whatever. And I was like, dude, why do you even want to have anything to do with the show? We make fun of
right.
We make fun of politics.
Right. You like the show for why you like the show. Why do you want to change what you like?
Yeah.
Right? That's like wanting to be with a girl with like 3 or 4 different modifications. Okay, so do you want to be with that girl? Well, if you don't like her enough to like her for who she is?
If her hair's not right and her tits aren't big enough and, that, and she's too short or too fat or whatever, if you want to change everything, why are you even with them?
It was weird. It was like, who the fuck do you think you're talking
right.
to?
Did you guys, breaking news though, did you hear those otters in the lake? Check out their new show called The Otter Guys. It's on Spotify.
Oh. Wow.
I
like it?
For now, until the employees strike, in which case it will no longer be a show.
Spotify. Wow. But yeah, I just thought it was a crazy thing. It's obviously a big deal. Comedians specifically in history have been the button pushers. They've been the question askers. They've been, what I would consider intellectuals, for the most part. Some people are kind of dumb. There's the Larry the Cable guys of the world that try to make their humor off dumb stuff or whatever. That guy's actually supposed to be really cool.
You can't fix stupid, but you can pay it.
It's not even to say that there's like an intelligence there, but the
censorship is like the opposite of comedy.
Yeah, like to be inquisitive the way that they are, you know what I mean? Like they don't have the answers for everything, but they're curious enough or inquisitive enough or
Who are these people?
Yeah, they have enough conviction to want to know what's going on and to be honest with themselves, which is why I can appreciate most of them.
Have the capability to get up there and talk about anything and make anything a joke.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just thought it was a little weird. It was a big story, and it was kind of crazy. I was interested in what you guys thought. That article, by the way, was from Low Kick MMA, and also from The Blaze. The Blaze is not where I normally get my news. I like it a little bit closer to the center.
Yeah, I like my news from the High Kick MMA, but that's fine. Well, if I have to settle for a low kick on this
Joe Rogan did the MMA thing for a while. I actually never saw him on News Radio.
Really?
No, I've never seen News Radio. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, News Radio is amazing. I love it. Joe Rogan had a full head of hair. And he even way back then, he was still like a hot dude. Like he had hair. And I remember there'd be scenes where he was a maintenance guy. So he'd take off his shirt to do something and the whole crowd. Woo!
Yeah, I love a good woo track.
But he's got like a fucking 6-pack and shit. And he's skinny, young Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
a guy whistling in the background. Yeah.
He was kind of like
Boner
ostracized for that when he started comedy.
Was he for that role?
Well, I mean, for being like all fucking hot and MMA guy, he was he was considered like jockey or whatever. My mic is all fucked up, but he was considered like jockey or whatever, and people didn't like him. But after a while, I mean, he is hilarious. He's really funny.
He definitely is. Yeah,
I don't like that he screams half his act though.
I'm not going to say that he's my favorite stand-up act, but he is funny, and I'm definitely a fan of his. I just don't listen to his show because I don't normally have 4 hours to dedicate.
Yeah, really.
It's just hard for me to work new stuff.
I like Joe Rogan to listen to a podcast.
I support him fully, and he should not be censored if that's not what he wants to do.
Up, man. He fucked up. Should have read that contract.
Something. You would have figured he'd have had a lawyer read it for him, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that pans out.
Shareholders.
Keep us posted in upcoming shows on what the fuck's going on.
I think all he heard was $100 million.
Yeah, right.
Which I would sign literally almost anything for that. But all right.
I would sign to Spotify for next to anything.
I love spotters. They're so cute. So
knocking around beach balls with their noses and shit.
They're great if you're at the gym. Excellent spotters.
Spotters. Wow.
Fuck, bro.
Man, you're reaching. You're trying.
That's all I had.
I see you. I see your struggle. So here's another story.
Man.
How much time we got, John? What are we looking for? What are we looking like?
We have 7 minutes.
Okay.
7.
Cool. Well, then real quick, we'll just get this one over with. Well, there was two. One was about Trump not paying his taxes.
Heard about that.
Yeah, believe it or not,
kind of a thing.
His poll numbers jumped with libertarians after they found that out because they hate.
Yeah, because they hate taxes.
It's theft.
They're like, this guy gets it.
I mean, I get it. No representation, no taxation.
Exactly. Well, I wanted to talk about another one. This is to me a much more interesting story. This is the parents all over the United States, and I'm guessing other places too, are getting in basically a lot of trouble because all their kids are being videotaped. They're all doing Zoom meetings or whatever.
Right.
And
parents are getting high and drunk?
Oh, dude, yes. Parents are getting high and drunk. They're
Yeah.
saying right here, those joints as big as cigars.
They're called blunts, you dumb fucking old white people. Okay, Karen.
People walking around
okay,
naked.
boomer.
People walking around naked in the back.
Fuck off, man. You're in my home.
That would be. That's what I thought with the first issue.
One mom she was
no
ass
pants
naked. She was ass naked. You could see her little mom butt. It was gross.
Oh boy!
And then one kid, he had a Nerf gun in the background. He had a plastic gun in the background,
like those yellow and orange.
One kid's dad had a Trump banner or whatever, got him kicked out of school.
Oh,
what?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
got kicked. And the other kid with the gun got kicked. He was
for a Nerf gun in the background. Fuck that shit.
That was a big deal.
I'm not in your school. I'm in my home. I know I'm on the Zoom meeting.
Well, the
but I'm
naked
not
thing, you can't be
home.
naked around a bunch of kids.
I heard this one story that literally it was glitching or something, or there was the connection was kind of piss poor, and the teacher is yelling at the student to pay attention and this and that, and they're just trying to figure out what the hell's going on, why they're not connecting. And
and then the mom got super pissed, because the teacher started. Is that the same story?
Yeah, excuse me, we're there. There's an issue going on. We're working on it.
So shut up and keep teaching the class. We'll be right back in as soon as this is fixed.
Yeah, we can hear you. By the way, come on,
we hear you bitching, Karen.
It was straight embarrassing.
That's really.
Man.
But I'm glad the mom said something. I wouldn't have anybody yelling at my kid in front of me. It's
no
not gonna
shit
fucking
for
happen.
something that's a technical issue. Go fuck yourself.
But also, we've done this with our kid, and we always have her set up in her room. We know it's just the door in the background. She's at her desk, and
Dude,
it's kind of set up.
Freely smoking blunts behind your kid's Zoom, that's
a little weird. Maybe they're just walking back. They're in the fucking, and cigarettes. They're mad about cigarettes and drinking and all this other stuff.
Shut the fuck up. Look, I mean, I get it. That none of it's a good idea, but you're not the parent. Yeah, man. Overstepping boundaries, just like Spotify trying to censor Joe Rogan.
It's just none of their business. I mean, I think it's kind of a big deal if someone walks around naked. What if a dude walked back with his big old dong?
I can get that because there's children involved in shit, and then
you're the shower.
Then you're involved with child porn or whatever. But yeah, I
taking
just
your dong out, being a weenie wagger.
This shit about the kid who got in trouble for a Nerf gun and a fucking Trump flag. As much as I hate Trump, I'm not advocating anyone be kicked out because they're dumb enough to hang a flag up of somebody I dislike.
I think
I don't like it, but it's fucking no need to ban somebody from school.
That should be fine.
Even if the flag is up, the kid didn't fucking hang it.
That should be fine. Not that I'm for Trump
Absolutely.
or one way or the other.
No,
I don't care.
No.
You should be allowed
freedom
to do
of speech, bro. In your own fucking home too.
The way I see it, it should be like FCC rules, like if something is rated R, like a movie for nudity and strong language,
don't be doing drugs and naked behind your kids.
That's not a good idea.
Don't be yelling. Yeah, don't be yelling shit and fucking this and that in the background where every other student can hear that. All right,
it is a little weird.
Yeah,
I mean, and also where's that line? The gun, the flag, if the flag,
it's hanging brain.
If all the kids in school if all the kids in the online course are upset because the guy's got the Trump flag in the background and no one's getting any work done because of it or whatever, you make the kid, or you can't make the kid. How are you going to fucking make somebody do their shit?
That's what I'm saying.
How are you going to make somebody come in here and tell me to take the skateboard off my fucking wall? You're going to get told to fuck off.
Exactly.
Look,
there is a line. I feel like if you can see mom's
I feel like
buff,
naked is a line, yeah.
If mom is showing off her buff but you can't see her face.
Her buff or her muff?
Put some clothes on.
Oh,
No,
both.
There's a pussy
Downstairs
behind that
buff.
thicket of pubes.
Both. It's the WAP.
Looks like a Brillo pad
From the
on top.
top,
Gross.
make it drop.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
That's a wet ass pussy.
What, dude, watching Ben Ben Shapiro sing that song is so fucking hilarious. I've never actually heard the song.
Gilbert Gottfried read it.
Oh god,
Like, just-
I want to see that so bad.
like slam poetry or something. He was reading it.
Ass pussy.
Dude, I've seen him during roast. He's hilarious.
I want you to touch this hangy thing in the back of my throat.
Oh,
Sorry.
you do a pretty good Gilbert
Do I?
Gottfried. Yeah, you're all right.
Fucking great.
Really squinty.
He is very squinty. What is that about?
It's just his character.
Dude, like I said, I've seen him on roast before, and he's fucking
He's
hilarious,
so good.
man.
Yeah, he makes the crassest jokes ever.
God, he's so good. Which one was he on the one?
He was on the Hugh Hefner roast right after
Was he on
9/11 and made a 9/11 joke.
Oh wow!
And,
was he on the
not
Bob Saget one?
I think so.
Where Norm Macdonald's, he was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Norm Macdonald is so fucking
Norm
hilarious.
Macdonald is great.
Norm's
dude.
good
Oh
too.
my
funny.
gosh.
Norm's good too.
He was playing this clean comedian role. I don't know. I'm not going to try to rehash this act for you, but it's really funny. Check it out.
He just
Do it.
yeah. You have the I don't give a fuck attitude, and it makes everything.
No, that's Bob Dylan, isn't it? Hey, this Hillary Clinton, she's a bitch.
Rolling Stone.
What's up with this tangled up in blue?
Everybody must get stoned. I hate that song.
Knocking on heaven's door.
I hate that song. They used to play that all the time in this fucking restaurant that I used to work at when I used to wash dishes in college, and I'd have to hear that shit all the time, and I was like, what the fuck is this crap? And then years later, my mom played it in the car, and I was like, this is awful. And she's like, this is Bob Dylan, motherfucker. You shut up.
You gonna drive me nuts
shut the
with
fuck
that
up.
shit. No.
I mean, he's no Jacob Dylan.
No. Is that the Sun guy that did one headlight? Hey, man, that's not. I mean,
it was a great song,
dude.
I don't know
how
what
much
happened
money
to the rest of that guy's career, but
no, I think they sold a lot of albums because of that one, the one hit wonder.
fuck yeah. And he was an attractive guy too. Like again, I don't know
handsome
whatever
guy,
happened
tall,
to the dude.
dark, handsome.
Yeah,
what
that's
happened to Bob Dylan? Did Bob Dylan die early or something?
Yeah, where is Bob
he's
Dylan
still
dead?
alive.
He's still alive.
I'm on it.
The funniest thing in the world is Bob Dylan during the We Are the World thing. Did you hear him?
Yeah, we are the world.
They isolate his mic.
It's so
and
bad,
he's just
right?
like, just a mumbling fool.
He's like staring at the ceiling and shit.
So
he's so
funny,
he's
man.
spacing out.
We
No,
are the
79 years
children.
old and still kicking.
79. Wow, Bob Dylan, probably a very interesting guy. He always reminded me of this professional skateboarder, Mark. Oh fuck, Mark.
I could see the
Mark
resemblance.
something.
I could see him busting out a sweet Ali Impossible.
I mean, because we make fun of Bob for
Gonzalez.
his singing. His singing is not that great, but he won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Priest prize?
No,
Priest prize. He's a priest.
Yep. Speaking of touching kids,
The power of Christ compelled him when he
doesn't
won
compel your language.
the Nobel Peace Prize.
Okay.
In literature.
Him and Dale from King of the Hill having that conversation. There was a conversation where Bob Dylan.
I never saw that, but it sounds great.
Yeah, dude.
Was Mike
It's
Pence
him
there?
and Boomhauer.
Okay.
And they're talking, so it's like, dude, it's fucking hilarious. Check it out.
And then their neighbor shows up.
I am the ocean.
What does it sound like, La Ocean?
My upstairs neighbor is Lausen. So guys, real quick, let's get some stuff out. You guys just put out a new show. That's fun. You guys also, we're all doing Back with Bauer soon. So
Yes.
look for that podcast. Also, I did a show called Transitional Space. You can check that out. I put it up everywhere.
My tongue trips are passing on to you.
It happens. After a couple beers, man, I get lispy.
He said, back with Bauer.
Back with Bauer.
Back Talk with Bauer.
Back with
We
Bauer.
just did one. We're all doing one as a group.
Back
soon.
Talk with Bauer. Sorry.
Check that show out. The guy's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Transitional Space.
Transitional Space, that was a good one. And I've done a few. I've posted them up. There's been a couple that I've done. I don't really always post stuff that I do. Sometimes, I don't know why. I just do a podcast and then it just goes off into the air and I never tell anybody.
I don't always post stuff, but when I do, it's about Dos Equis.
When I do, yeah. And then
When I
also,
do.
I was going to talk, we were going to have a chat with the Entering the Black Hole guys. We were going to have Josh Bauer on. We're going to have Brittany Stinson on here pretty soon. I think David Lawler, the guy that we had a few episodes, I think he wants to
That
do
was a fun
something.
show. Good guy.
So we have a lot of people, we have a lot of things coming up. And also, as you guys all know, Election Day is in pretty much like a month.
Yep.
So we're going to be covering a lot of that stuff and making fun of it all as it goes along. I can't wait wait for debate season. I really want to see what goes on.
Speaking of Joe Rogan,
and we're going to. That would be so. He better host awesome.
That shit. Like those debates. That's where we're gonna clip a lot of ridiculous shit.
Trump wants fucking Joe to do a drug test. Like why? Like
what?
Yeah,
he
Trump
wouldn't even answer to his taxes when asked. Now he wants somebody to fucking. He
was like, he goes, I'll do a debate with Joe, but he has to be drug tested right before or right after the debate.
What is okay? So I would be like, okay, and then be like, okay, so you found all the drugs in my system.
Yeah,
like I was not hiding them.
I don't think he's on any. Like he's probably on a couple drugs. He's super old, but
when you're
like
70 something. Yeah, you have a Monday through Friday pill box.
Smoke a joint before the fucking thing. Like he's just like he's got the dementia thing going on. I don't think he's on drugs.
But he's got his 4 vitamins and the thing to battle inflammation. And
I would love to think
Joe?
But anybody that old,
I would like to think that he does like a Hunter S. Thompson amount of drugs. Like gets up right in the morning, does a bunch of cocaine and Chivas with ice and
DMT.
Oh yeah, dude. Like and then oh man, that'd be so fucking.
I'd be kind of impressed if that's what they get caught up into.
You're talking about Trump and them. We're talking about Joe.
Yeah.
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan. No, I'm talking about Joe Biden.
I'm talking about Biden.
Yeah, I'm talking about Biden doing a whole bunch of drugs.
Oh, see, you're the one that's not.
You're off track there.
Wait. No. So I'm confused. Trump wants Joe Biden
to take a drug test.
Okay. Now that was throwing me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Joe Rogan,
I thought
he's obviously going to be on. He's probably going to have a popsicle in his mouth at the time.
To host the debate without him taking a drug test.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Rogan one fucking head kick and Trump's a non-issue.
Trump does look soft. He doesn't look like he's...
Oh, he's so doughy.
He looks like a Tempur-Pedic pillow, kind of like you push on him, and like the imprint
think
will
would
stay
win
there.
in an honest-to-God fight with him? And I think Trump would whoop Joe.
Oh yeah,
I think he would.
Trump's still like
he'd probably give him a big old bear hug and not let him off the ground.
I don't think either of them was throwing punches. It's like definitely like an old man hug fight.
Yeah.
First one to break a hip loses.
You can't grab Trump's hair.
Nope.
It just comes right off.
It's coming with
cotton candy. Yeah, it's so weird, dude. I'm not even fucking around. I still can't tell which way his hair is going. Is it combed up?
Right.
Is it combed? I have no
which way is it
idea.
a comb over? What is it combing over?
Jimmy Fallon got
when
to
it
tussle
rains, the hair faces the direction of where the rain's coming from.
It's like a compass.
Sideways.
His hair always faces north. Little known fact.
Anything else you guys want to pimp?
No, I'm just glad to be back doing this.
That's right. It was a great time with the what we're now calling the unholy triumvirate.
I like that. Well, that's it, guys. We're back, and we can't wait to keep doing this stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are out this month.